Hi, ladies. Welcome to my Wednesday Live, where I'm featuring today the Campology stamp set. I've had this for a while, and I just was not motivated to use it, to ink it up. And I love how they turned out. I hope you do too. I think you can see them better here. I inked up the background after I stamped with our blending brush, or our blending brushes, and I love the way it turned out. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. And this is a fun fold card. So see how that opens? I really like the way this turned out. I think it's really cute. And then this one, the second card, is the other orientation. And at first I didn't have these die cuts on there, but I thought, man, I want to add something on there. And I love the way it turned out. So I hope you do too. And I'll talk to you about these dies in a little bit. And then finally, I have this little treat box, and it's just on a belly band. I did accidentally put some, what do you call it, dimensionals behind here where I shouldn't, because it needs to slide off. But anyway, inside here is a really cute treat, and I'd love for you guys to guess what's in here. I think it's a whole lot of fun. But anyway, so I hope you like the projects today, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to show you some of the products that we're using today, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So first of all, I'm using mainly the Campology stamp set. And like I said, this has been on my shelf for probably a year, if it's been that long, but I haven't used it at all because I just wasn't motivated to use it. You ladies know how I really like working with, flower cards and things like that. This is outside of the box for me. But anyway, I love how it turned out. This is definitely a go-to stamp set, and it's appropriately named. It's called Go-To Greetings, and I use the happy birthday on here. And then I also used in Celebrating You the Happy Father's Day. So these are the stamp sets that I'm using today. And then I'm using the stitched rectangle dies, the stylish shapes, the painted labels. I'm using this one here. All that dies I'm using. Let me see, what am I using? Oh, this little arrow thing here, which is, I think, is so cute. And last but not least, these trees I created with these dies from the Wisteria dice collection. So they're supposed to be the opposite direction. I turned them upside down to create trees. So I hope you like these. Anyway, thanks a lot, ladies, for coming on late with me. Yesterday, as you guys know, I'm going through the radiation. And yesterday I get a call saying that the radiation machine was down and they couldn't see me. They scheduled it later in the day, and they still couldn't see me. And then today, it still wasn't up, but finally they said the doctor wanted me in there, and they recalibrated another machine that I'm normally not on. So I had to go there late in the day today. Normally I go at 9, and I didn't find this out until the afternoon, early afternoon. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me a little bit longer tonight. So we're going to go ahead and start with this one right here. And again, this is a fun fold card. I love, love, love how this turned out. So let me get started here. And I am going to have to bring the die cutting machine in. Now, I want to show you, Cindy was over here so sweet helping me get ready because I knew I was going to be late. And the only thing it's not scored is this. So it is 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 1 1/2 and 7. So I'm going to bring my little scorer in here and score this at 1 1/2 and 7. Okay, and this is Old Olive. Okay, so we're good to go on this. And I always use a bone folder. You got to use a bone folder. It makes it look so much nicer. And so what's going on here, it's exactly the size that I need it to be. So it ends up being 5.5 by 4.25. So it'll fit in the envelope just fine. Okay. All right. So then I don't have a class without dropping something. Anyway, I have a couple of pieces here, and one is very vanilla, and it's going to go on right here. But before I do that, I'm going to add this DSP. And as you guys know, I like to have a slim, very slim margin. So I'm going to get it on here and then trim it off a little bit. So welcome, everybody. I'm glad you're joining me. I wanted to say, too, that I got up early this morning and put in my order. We got the Christmas catalog, so and the new celebration. And I have to say, even the celebration is awesome. This time, I liked every single thing in celebration, and I can't always say that. So anyway, I had a hard time picking out a lot of stuff that I wanted because I wanted too much of it. So I get my first order on Friday because I expressed it in. So I'm excited about that because I'm going to already start working on my Christmas retreat, which you guys know that I added some space, but that's going to the added space. Okay, so I have that on there. And this is from the Artfully Composed DSP. Lisa, you like it, I take it. Hi, Margaret. Are you new on my channel? If anyone is new, please make sure that you let us know that it's the first time joining here so we can give you a warm welcome. Sometimes I don't always catch who's new. I'm going to pull this out like this so I can see better. Well, come on over, Lisa. Okay, so there we have it. And I want to make sure that this is nice and crisp, the seams or the folds. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two pieces, and I did emboss this one with the timber embossing folder, and this is Pear Pizzazz. Can you see? Let me see if I slow it down a little bit. And I'm putting it on Very Vanilla, okay? And ladies, these are already on my blog. I did it before. I debated about whether to say, hey, I can get on at 7 like normal. But instead, I went ahead and got the PDF up there. And I didn't want to change the time again. So you guys might think I'm crazy. Yes, I just heard about that, Jerry. What is this world coming to? It's crazy. I'm just trimming a little bit because I like the edges really sharp. Ladies, too, I mentioned about the new catalog. If any of you would like to join Stampin' Up, you could get for your kit, you could get the new items. And a lot of times people will join at this time of the year because they want to work on Christmas cards, and it's a great time to get a lot of free stuff. Okay, so I'm working with Old Olive and Very Vanilla. And you ladies know I don't use Very Vanilla very often, but it is perfect for this. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this. And this is going to be die cut. So if it's not perfectly straight, it's okay. See that? And like I said, it's not perfectly straight. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do some sponging, or not sponging, we're going to use our blending brushes. So this is what I do. I'm using 3 different colors. I'm using Pear Pizzazz, Sahara Sand, and Balmy Blue. So I'm going to start with the Pear Pizzazz. All right, and I'm going to you want to use a real light hand, and I'm just adding color on here. About in the middle of the image, basically, and a little bit going towards the bottom. See, it's just adding a little bit. Then I'm going to switch to Sahara Sand because I want to put some towards the ground area. And they all blend really nicely together. All right, and next I'm going to take the Balmy Blue and I'm going to switch the brush because the other 2 I was using together. And I'm going to just tap this, and again, a light hand, and I'm adding like the sky. Look how pretty that looks. I love it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to put this out of the way. And I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. But I do want to show you something that I'm using. Okay. I got these. I wanted to show you these. I showed them before. I got these at Gordon's Foods, and they're just interfold delicatessen paper. And there's 500 to a box. Now, I'm using one of the stitched rectangle dies, and these are kind of difficult to use, so they stick together. They're harder to get apart, so I'm laying my oops, I need one of these. All right, I'm putting this down, and then I'm putting the paper down, or the wax paper, whatever you want to call it. Now I'm going to put the die right over top of it. And now I'm going to make sure I get it straight. Let me turn it this way. I can see better. Okay. And it'll pop out really easily. And I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so if I just pull this up, there we go. Okay. So it pops out really nicely, whereas a lot of times with that stitch die, you're like ripping the edge, and I never like to use it because of that. Oops. All right, so we're going to put this right on another piece of Pear Pizzazz, and again, I'm going to trim it up a bit. It feels like between a parchment and a wax paper. They call it delicatessen paper, and I got it at Gordon's Foods. All right. Margaret, when are you going back home? Because I have a big box to send to you. Okay, so we're going to trim this off just a little bit. A little bit down here. Okay, it's perfect. All right, so now this is going to go up on dimensionals on here. Oh, I'm talking about Margaret. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Margaret Rose. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, the winners from last week's drawing are Becky Davies and Darla Borges, Bourgeois. So I don't have your addresses. So if you could please send me your address, I'll be happy to get your prize out in the mail. Okay, Margaret, I'll get your package out to you. You're probably wondering where everything is. I have a whole bunch of stuff for you. Okay, so we got this on. I'm going to scoot it over just a tad. Okay, so we got that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on here, but I'm not going to do it with dimensionals. I'm going to put it on with glue just on the top portion because I don't want it to flip open. Okay, once you get it on and how you want it, just move it around a little bit. Then you can push it down a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to do some stamping. And we are going to use Enjoy Today with the Sahara Sand. Is that so cute? And let me show you the die cut we're using for this. I'm using this little one from the All That dies. It's going to go on like that. So it comes out looking like this. Okay. And it just reminds me of camping in the, the little signs that you see on the trails. Now, I did wrap the other twine around here, but this time I'm just going to put a bow on here. I think I'll like that better. All right, so I'm going to use the small dimensionals, the mini dimensionals on here so they fit better. And I want to do one other thing too that I didn't do on our samples. So we'll just put this here. And I'll have to grab them. And we're going to just do, I want to do a double bow. Okay. Even though this is a masculine card and really don't put bows on masculine cards, this is a little different because, first of all, because I'm making it, everything has bows on it. But secondly, this being a linen thread, it's a little bit different. It doesn't look so prissy, I guess. Even when I travel, my luggage has big old bows on it. Okay, so see how cute this is? And I like that it's kind of messy looking. So we're going to put this on with a glue dot. So if any of you would like information about joining my team, I would love to have you. We have a great, great group of ladies. And there's a lot to join, a lot of reasons to join Stampin' Up! Now. Let me grab that, those things I want to add. Of course, I thought of this afterwards as I'm getting started, so I think they'll look cute. These are the rustic metallic adhesive back dots. And then I'm going to go do size. So we're going to use small ones. And we'll just put a couple of them on here. Maybe one bigger one. Let me see. Nope, I like the small ones. Okay. So just a little something, something. All right. So now we're going to do the inside of the card. And we're going to stamp Happy Father's Day. And that is going to be, it's not the right one, this one. And Sahara Sand as well. And I'm die cutting this one with the Stylish Shapes die, which is this one right here. Okay. And it comes out looking like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it right here, right at the top. So let me go ahead and add some glue. No, this is not my style. But I like how it turned out, and I hope you guys do too. I do get asked quite a bit for masculine cards, but it's just not my thing. But this time I decided to do it. And you know, don't tell me I did that. I guess I did. I used the paper from the, oh, maybe not. No, I didn't. Here it is. Okay. I thought I used the stuff on as scrap, but I didn't. Okay, so what we're going to do now is stamp the inside, and I think you'll like it. Okay, so we'll bring the old olive back in, and we're going to do a few different stamps on this. Okay. We're going to stamp off a little bit. We're not going to get the entire image on here. So we have it there. We're going to ink it up again. And we're going to put some over here. All right. Let me close this so I don't get it all over. We're going to get the tent in here. So we're inking this up in Sahara Sand. And let me see. It looks like I'm going crooked, but I'm not. See that? Is that cute? So then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the brush here, the blending brush, and we're going to add the Pure Pizzazz in here. And ladies, if you want these make and takes, please make sure you place your minimum order by Saturday. I like to get them cut as soon as possible and get them out. Sometimes it's more difficult, but anyway. And I appreciate all of you being so loyal and helping me with my business. Okay. This blue really adds a nice touch, I think. Okay, see how nice that looks? Just adding a little bit of color. All right, so we're going to put this on an additional very vanilla piece. How you doing, Maureen? in addition to ordering all the new stuff today, I had to order all of the in color stuff and the what else? The bingo and the cottage rose class. So it was a busy, busy day today to top it off. Okay, so this is going to go in on the inside. Right between the score lines and just get it lined up straight as possible. Okay, so here is your first project, ladies. I hope you like this one. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one. And I really like the way the next one turned out as well. Let me show it to you again. Hope you like this. All right, so let me see. We're going to be working with this piece here. All right, so we're going to do some stamping. I shouldn't have closed this. I still need it. All right. Today, oh no, yesterday was the last day to register for my bingo, but I did order a couple extra sets. So if anybody wants to still join in, you just have to let me know tonight. Okay, so there's that side. I'm going to ink up some more. And this is the closest color green shirt that I have. Not really a fan of that color for clothes for me. Now this one I'm going to drop just a little bit and then I'm going to do a little bit more. See how I did that? But I forgot to do it on the other side. So I'm going to ink this up again, stamp off, and get some in here. Okay, so see how it's stamped off in the background? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the ink again. So we'll start off with the, like always, the Pear Pizzazz. And I'll just go right across because it's all in the same area. And remember to do this with a light hand. It's easier to add ink than to take it off. We added some Sahara sand at the bottom. And then finally, I'm going to add the balmy blue. Okay. I think I'll add a little bit more, and I'm going to go back to the green too. Add a little bit more Pear Pizzazz. It looks like really like misty in the background. I like that look. So we're going to go ahead and put it on here, and I'll be trimming this off a little bit as well. Do you guys like masculine cards? My class in-house always asks me to do masculine cards, and they rarely get them. All right, so we're going to trim this off. This would also be nice for a sympathy card too, or thinking of you. Just, it's kind of soothing looking. Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to stamp happy birthday. And I love, love, love this font. I think it's so pretty. Look how pretty that is. Now I did already die cut this, and I have a backing, and I use the stitched rectangle die. So I'm going to put that right on here. I want to give a shout out to Cindy. She did a perfect job on this. She did the die cut or the cutting for me, so I could go to the doctor. Okay, so then I have these right here, and she trimmed these up for me, or die cut these for me too. Let me pop out all these things, but I did trim them off on the bottom so that they look more like trees. Okay. All right, so we'll take this, and I'm just eyeballing it. I'm going to go here. Let me see how close I got. I think a little bit more for this one. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this one off just a little bit. Let's see how close I got on that one. Perfect. Okay, so I just wanted the bottoms to look like they're trees. So I'm going to glue this down like right there. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit on here. I love the flowers too, Margaret. They're my favorite. Now that I saw the holiday catalog, I'm already planning my retreat projects, and also my, what do you call that? 12 Days of Christmas. And believe it or not, I'm already getting people calling me and asking me if they can get a kit to go, and also asking me if I would use a certain set. Okay, so this one is going to overlap the first one just a little bit. And if I don't have enough glue, we'll add it. Okay, so see how that is? It just kind of gives it some texture. Now I'm going to add a ribbon, or not a ribbon, but a twine. And I'm just doing this on the side of the table so it takes care of some of the curl. And I'm going to wrap this around twice. And what I'm doing is pushing this under and tying these two together, the two little things across the front. Okay, how come this is not pulling? Okay, and then I'm going to tie it in a knot to start, because that way it's easier for me to handle. All right, so we're going to do a bow. All right, and I think it's a little bit too far over, so move this way a little bit. Okay, just like that. We're going to put this on our card base. I didn't even fold the card base. All right, so now this is going to go up on dimensionals. Do I have any guesses of what's inside the box, by the way? Well, Lisa, I like the candy cane. I like the Santa Claus Express, I think it's called. I like let me see, the mistletoe one. I love the fall stuff. The Halloween stuff is cute. Let me see what else. I love the paper, all the paper. I can't think of everything. Which ones do you like? the most. For those of you that have seen the Christmas catalog, which ones are your favorites? Okay, so this is going to go on here. Okay, so far so good. And then this is going to go on right here on dimensionals. Where's the box? Right here. Okay. Any guesses? Okay, and I'm going to make sure the string goes in between here. Oh, that is cute, Ruth. My phone keeps beeping. I don't know who it is. Don't they know I'm on video? Okay, so we're going to go right here. And I think I'll add a couple of those little stones. Okay, where'd they go? Right here. And this time I'm going to put them right on here. So I'll just do two little ones, maybe here and here. Okay, so that's the outside of your card so far. And let's do the inside. Bring this in over here. Well, it's so funny because it is one of my closest friends that just texted me. But you're right, Nicole. My closest friends are on here. It's so funny because when you're in Stampin' Up, you do become such good friends with the people that you meet through Stampin' Up. Okay, what else are we going to do here? We're going to put Enjoy Today on here as well. And this time I think I'm going to put it down here. And I'm hoping that I don't do it upside down. I did it good. Okay, so let me sponge this real quick. And then the blue. Balmy blue. It's funny because when you, the balmy blue meets the pear pizzazz, it kind of goes yellow, and I like it. Okay, so see how that looks? I'm going to put this together. Lisa, you are so right. Because that's what I had, Bonnie. And besides that, I like to show people how they can use things in an unusual way. Because if they have it and they can use it a different way than it's intended, then they get more, they feel they get more for their money. Kathy, it's funny. I know that you've been coming to my classes for years and years, and you can probably count on one hand how many times I would do a card. Okay, so here is your second project. Okay, I hope you like those. All right, now the third project is this. And I saw that Lisa pretty much guessed it. Let me get this off. I put the what you call it, the dimensionals where I shouldn't have. But look what's in here. It's a Russell Stover s'mores, and they are tasty, I'll tell you. So I know you're going to want to know where I got these from. And I got it from Cracker Barrel, believe it or not. And here's the thing, I did buy them. I bought it at Cracker Barrel, and then I wanted to get more, but I didn't want to go back to Cracker Barrel. So I went online, and they were so expensive online, even on Amazon. So if you can get them through Cracker Barrel, I think they were around $2, maybe something like that. So it fits in here perfectly. All right, so this is going to go back on the belly band. And then we'll go ahead and make this, and you'll see how easy it is. So the box itself is, let me tell you, 10 3/4 by 5.5. And on the 5.5 side, it is scored at 1 1/4 and 4 1/4. On the 10 3/4 side, it's scored at 1 1/4, 4 3/4, 6, and 9.5. Okay. And when in both Cracker Barrels that I found them at, I did get some in Findlay and I got some here in Michigan. And they were in like a, you know how they have those like stands, like a tall kind of tree looking thing with baskets hanging around the all around it, or tins or bins. It was on one of those things close to the cash register, like directly across, I should say. And it was in a bin. So they have them. And if you find them on Amazon, I think I saw them for like $8, and that is not even worth it. Okay, so I folded on all the score lines. So we're going to do some trimming, and I want to show you. I always like to cut the on both sides of the score line. I'll come back to that because I want to show you what I've been doing lately, and I like it. Cut this one while I was supposed to be cutting the other one. And these are perfect for the July too. And the thing is, I'm going to make some for the 4th of July. So I'm not going to tell you my secret on that one just yet. Is anybody on here going to backstage if you're a silver elite or above? Okay. Oh, thank you, Vicki. All right, so I'm folding these down, and then what I'm doing is trim this. Hold on one second. I'm still online. I gotta go. Bye. Okay, see how I'm folding it? And you know what? That doesn't look like I cut it up all the way to the line. So let me get that all the way to the line. Okay, by folding it like this, I found that I'm getting it cut exactly where I need it to be. See how I'm doing that? And I'm just cutting it right here and right here. And then bringing this one, cutting it there. It just gives it a nicer finish for me. I like that. Ooh. That one's good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to glue this together now. So we're going to take this and this one. We're going to pull this in and hold it. And while we're going to pull this down and hold it. Okay. People always ask me how I get my ideas and where, do I make the box first or the, oops, I put a little bit too much on there. Let me see if I can get some of it off. But I saw these and I immediately thought of the camping set. So sometimes I make the card first. Sometimes I find a 3D item and coordinate it. Okay, so see how I put 4 of them to the bottom to create the bottom of the box? I brought 4 of them in like this. And then this will be the top of the box, okay? So we're going to put this here and glue on this one. Bring these in. Okay. And I'm going to take this one back off so I can get the candy out and put it in the box to show you it fits perfectly. Okay. There you go. And besides that, when I'm wrapping it, it's so much easier. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is just take a belly band and I'm going to actually pinch on the sides just like that. And then on this side. And you don't want to make a belly band so tight that it doesn't want to come off. I'm going to wrap this and pinch right there, okay? It needs to be a little loose so it's easy to get on and off. Don't want the glue to go off. Okay, and just line it up right and even. Okay, I'll just put that down like that. All right, so we're going to do some stamping, and this time we're going to do the little lantern. All right, now I did die cut this already with one of the dies from the Painted Label dies. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and I'm not using any of the Sahara sand on this. I'm just using the Pear Pizzazz and the Balmy Blue. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of going around it with the Pear Pizzazz. So I want the bulb to look, or the candle, whatever is in there, I want it to look more like a light. So I'm doing the blue on that part. It looks so pretty. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take, I did a die cut, and this is in Pear Pizzazz. We're going to take the twine here. I'm going to wrap it around and tie it in a knot and then in a bow. Okay, we'll trim this off. All right, so now what we're going to do is put this on dimensionals, And you want to make sure that we're putting them on so it stays right on this portion. So we'll put one here, and we'll put one here. We'll center it on the belly band. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and instead of putting the dimensionals on here, I'm going to put them on here so I make sure that I don't go over. So we're going to put one, we're going to actually do 4 of them. See how I'm doing this right on the belly band, then it'll stay intact. You just slide it on and off. So ladies, if you like these projects today and you want some for yourself, all you have to do is place your order using this host code, and I'll be sure to get these out to you. Oh shoot, what did I get in here? Hold on one second. I don't know what that is. Get some ink. So this is going to go on here. And centered. Okay, and let's add, we got to coordinate everything. So we're going to put one of these on. And we'll just put it, how about if we put it right here like it's a part of the lantern. Okay, so let me get your projects back together here. I can slide this on, which now it's giving me a hard time. Forget it. We're going to show you there's just the one. Well, here are the projects here. The 2 greeting cards and the little box. So I hope you like these today. It's been really fun creating these for you. And I hope you have a great, great night and a great weekend coming up. So thank you so much and have a great night. Bye-bye.